Hello, hello, hello. All right. I am back. It's been a little while. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I know I did. Um, Nothing too crazy happened during my Christmas break. Well, it was kind of like a day break, to be honest, because I think I played on Christmas Eve. But during my break, I had a wonderful time with my family and basically just a good time in general, just relaxing and enjoying the magic of the holidays. That being said, I have some new technology that I wish to test on Doom 3. I have a new gaming mouse, new gaming keyboard, and I was going to use my gaming headset that I got as well, but the only thing is that it was picking up a lot of feedback from the background. It seems that this one's a little bit more preferable for the sheer fact that there's a kind of a filter on it and it filters out a lot of the sound that was in the background. And unfortunately, I do sit in an area of my house where didn't exactly pick the best spot to set up the computer because it is next to some very loud equipment sometimes. That being said, setup's not terrible, and I'm thankful for the fact that I just have the stuff in general because it allows me to play Doom 3, Battle of the Forces of Hell. So when we last left off, I think we had just gotten out of hell itself, and we're back in the base. So the idea is I think we have to pick up a bunch of weapons again and kind of start again. Now, the one benefit is that I know for a fact that we have the soul cube, so we're not totally desperate, but it's going to be at least a little bit until we get all of our equipment back. So, that being said, load the level up again. And just to put a little preface on everything, I'm going to try my best to be a little bit longer in terms of the stream because there's really nothing going on later. But we'll see how far I can go with this because I honestly forget how many levels are left in this part of the game. But I think the difficulty starts to ramp up a little bit if I'm not mistaken.
You are too late. Hell no longer needs that portal to enter this world. The invasion we saw was only the first wave. The Hell Gate is capable of sending millions of my children into your world. Soon, the fleet from Earth will be here, and with their ships, we will bring this hell to Earth.
So, Betruger's a little salty. Very salty, because his plans to kill you in hell have ultimately failed. And I can't say that it's entirely our fault, because that was kind of a dumb idea to begin with. So, if you really want to get into the crux of my argument here, here's my issue with his whole plan to destroy the Doom Marine and end us, have the forces of hell reign supreme. How is that going to be an actual plan? Like, you could have simply, and again, like, I know this is, I'm arguing with a game that was made at least 20 years ago. That being said, my valid argument still exists. Here's two issues. One being problem with the Doom Marine itself, and a problem with Betruger. You remember that segment in a PDA where the doctor said that literally everybody coming back from hell that had spent any extended time in hell was coming back almost zombified? Why isn't that happening to the Doom Marine? Like, I understand that we might be the toughest SOB that's ever been on this base, but you would think that we're a squishy human. There's nothing really separating us from the other people in this game other than the fact that we're not an NPC. And my second argument is, there was an accident that was noted in a PDA. I'm not sure if there was actually like a video recording or if there was a situation where it was like a bunch of reading, but there was a noted situation that when they were testing the teleporters, that a lady walked into tongue twisting myself. A lady walked into the teleporter, and what ended up happening was she decided that she was going to go from point A to point B, A part of her went to point B, the rest of her stayed at point A. If you catch what I mean, is that she was split directly in half, and she died instantly in a horrible accident. What's stopping Betruger from doing that to us? Like, he could have easily, like, he obviously does not like us. And it's to a point where it's like, okay, I'm done with you. I'm not even going to, like, possess you or anything. You are just, like, just please die. Why didn't he do that? Like, he could have easily killed us, but again, I guess we have some sort of plot armor that makes Betruger kind of dumb. Or maybe just Betruger is a little bit too arrogant and he thinks, you know what? I have the hell energy. I am Hell's ally. I can defeat you any way I please. Don't question me. Okay. So we're going to move on, and we're going to come up to an enemy that we will only see once in this game. And they're kind of annoying, but I'm going to try and run past them as fast as I possibly can, because they are ticks. So these guys are basically relatives of the Trites, and they don't really serve any purpose other than the fact that they're going to eat up all of your ammo. So, that being said, I'm going to try my best to not get bullied here, which I'm failing at. And I'm going to deal with all these guys lickety-split, because what these ticks are going to end up doing is they are going to try their best to corner you at any given moment. And normally, they aren't very scary. But when there is a crap ton of them, they become super scary. So, that being said, we're pretty much all set to go with... Well, I mean, like, I have the plasma gun. I'm pretty much all set to go to begin with. But we're all set to go on the levels more or less, because all the enemies are done here. And mind you, that could have gone a little bit better. I do remember there was a lot of them that popped out, but I didn't think they would all rush me like that. And the fact that they had a zombie commando come up and help kind of complicated the matter. Nevertheless, we are going to move on. And we're going to see what other goodies Betruger has for us. So, I'm not going to lie, this is getting to a point where the game is going to start becoming very cheap. Like, they're going to try every single possible scenario they can to kill you. And as much as I do like the whole idea that Doom is starting to become more of a shooter now, I don't really enjoy the fact that they're going to start coming out with, like, really OP and cheap enemies. So that being said, we're going to try our best to kind of keep our head on a swivel, and at the same rate, we are also going to show that we're not afraid of these guys. Good old chainsaw to the midsection will help with that. Actually, a better option would be to give you a little bit of that machine gun action there. Finish him off. So, I think that's everything here. Had a bit of a rough start, but I think we should be okay. So this level is going to look very familiar. It's essentially, I think it's the second to last level before you enter Hell. And this is where they more or less give you the business with a whole lot of really, really unhappy enemies. Like this guy. Really not digging the whole increase on commandos here, but I mean, we have the plasma gun. We are OP as hell. That being said, commandos are still pretty scary. Now, the other thing is that with this level, you generally are going to see that a lot of the leftover ammo and health is gone. In the older game, if I'm not mistaken, everything is gone. It's almost as if you were playing on a higher difficulty and you use that stuff already, so therefore it is gone for good. But here, sometimes you'll be lucky and find some things that are still left over because BFG is very generous to you overall. Yeah, I think everything's gone here, but you should be okay. I mean, like, we're the Doom Ring. We can take a good licking before we go down, so That's a-okay with me. Now, this part I'm a little sketchy at, but I think we're going to run into a familiar face not too far down the line. And by not far down the line, I mean in this room here.
Still alive? Looks like you're gonna be on your own. Sarge is gone. They've got to him. I don't know how long he's been working against us. He's no longer human. Campbell went after him. He's got to be stopped. Hell is breaking through in the caverns. If that portal isn't closed before those ships arrive, Earth will be destroyed. Earth. That's what they've always wanted. They were there once. Lost it in the dawn of time. Now it's so close. They can taste it. It's up to you now. Take my PDA, it's got what you need. Good luck.
Alright then. Well, looks like our buddy Counselor Swan has seen better days, but yeah, so there was a running theory by a lot of people that played this game that the Sergeant was against you the entire time. And to some degree, I do agree with that. I mean, I don't know if it's actually canonically known. I think it probably is, but I'd say for the most part, he does a very good job at hiding his intentions just because he's following orders from Betruger and he's just the site commander. And if anything, if he doesn't follow the site administrator's orders, he may get court-martialed or maybe get talking to from, I guess, his superiors. That being said, when he says he is now, well, he's not human anymore, he's turning into a human, you're going to see an interesting boss later, and I guess I'm spoiling it, but yeah, Sarge is going to be our next boss, eventually, but he's probably one of the stupidest looking bosses in recorded history. Well, I wouldn't say recorded history for, like, video games, but, like, in the Doom-averse, he's definitely one of the stupider looking bosses that you could possibly run into. Alright, so we're gonna not marvel at that. Yeah. Had enough of your crap. So yeah, we're gonna run into Sarge sometime in the future, and yeah, he's had better days. We're gonna get a top up here, and I believe if we're getting a top up here, things are gonna get a little hairy. So let's see if I can make up for my early game bullying that I usually get. Alright, let's see. Oh, maybe not. Uh-oh. Well, definitely not making up for anything anytime soon. My goodness, they definitely messed me up. Alright. I remember there was the one archvile. I didn't account for the second one. I was kind of like, someone's coming up next to me, and then I saw immediately what it was, to my dismay, but I mean, this is what it is, I guess. We can recover. Okay, so I think from here we just have to go through this little way here and just keep moseying on forward. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want to see. Not good. Definitely have seen better days on Doom here. Definitely getting a nice introduction to this game again because, yeah, I think it definitely ramps up the difficulty, but yeah, didn't recognize that. Maybe I should kind of keep on my toes if I'm gonna make dumb decisions like that.
Where are you hiding?
Alrighty. Actually, perfect opportunity. So, I forgot to mention something about the Soul Cube. there's a caveat to which demons you want to kill. I know I've been basically using it as a kind of pseudo weapon. It's really a weapon and a healing device here because they do take away the armor and health for the most part that you can pick up on the ground. But it does depend on which demon you end up killing. If you kill, let's say I killed a tick, like the little small spider demon that was bullying me earlier, it would give me like a little bit of a health boost. But if I killed... Oh, speaking of... What the heck's going on over there? Okay, I hear spiders. I don't like that. I'm gonna just stand here and watch the door. But, going back to Soul Cube, if I killed a Hell Knight, or a Mancubus, or an Archvile, anything that's big, like a big scary demon, it would basically give me a full refill in health, no matter where I was on the health scale. So it does matter which demon you decide to kill, because it's going to give you a pretty well big enough top up if you go for the bigger guys. Also, using a soul cube that ends up charging up after a while, it's probably best if you use it against something that is super, super tough. Alright, so those dang spiders get me every time. Okay, don't need that, but I believe we picked up a PDA from the last level. That will give us a security code here. 571. And we got our rocket launcher back. Excellent. So, I think for the first time in the game... Actually, no, wait, we're still missing the BFG. Okay, when we get the BFG, we will officially have every single weapon in the game. So, we're not there yet. We're getting there, but first we have to traverse the rest of this game in order to get to our conclusion. And oh boy, I hear some really happy noises here. I think I heard some babies, which, again, not looking forward to. Yep. Not even gonna... Oh. I'm not even gonna let you have a chance. I let you have a chance. I regret this decision immediately. I always keep forgetting their jumping distances, because, man, they are not a fun demon to take on. Alright, well, that being said, we do have the opportunity to heal up here, so it's not really that much of a loss. Oh yeah, back to the cheesy effects here. Yeah, forgot about this. I'm sure he is. You know what? You can tell him to wait longer, because at the start of this game, he was in my ear the entire time, and man, he was annoying. You know what, hell? You can keep him. Let's see. Yep, I'm going to trigger some really happy enemies here, like lots of spiders. You know what? I have a plan. I'm going to make sure I kite these guys. You guys can come to me. I'll stand next to the cheesy sound effects. You guys can keep trying to kill me. This is working great. Except for that guy. I love a situation where the spiders cannot kill you. That's probably the best scenario that I could possibly think of. Like, you, at that point, they're just like a goofy enemy that you can't really worry about. Then true that. You're dead. Anything here? I don't think so. Not sure. Gotta open that main hatch, though, because I think we gotta get something from inside there. And then... Yep. There's our oh-so-happy, commando spawn, and then he's got a buddy back here. I remember that one, because that's a spooky spawn. Excellent. There are some things that I will remember. There are a lot of things that I will forget, though. Like, a lot. Alright. So, I think there's something I have to do here. Ah, yes. So we have to use a camera to get the... oh, that's a good sign. Oh, alright. To get the code for the door as we head the other way there. So it's going to be 627. Alright. I shall remember that. Oh, good. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? Lots of spiders. Good. Just keep sending them. Why don't you? Oh, good. The Archvile. And it sends babies. That's like the best combo ever. You know what? We're gonna use that on him. Well, that was nasty. I don't remember that part, but, okay. She's Louise. The other thing I'm starting to notice right away, too, is that my new mouse is a little different. It's more of a gaming mouse, so, it's a lot more sensitive, and it's not calibrated for a lot of the games that I play here. Probably more for, like, Battlefield and, I guess, more current games like Fortnite and other stuff like that. But, yeah, it's a little different, but whoa! You can just get out of there. Please. My goodness. But, yeah, might mess up a few times with this mouse, but, it's not a bad mouse. I'd say it's probably way better than what I had beforehand, like, way better. Although, I do remember something kind of scary being over here. There we go. That's enough of that. You get your junk out of here. Oh, that's good. Friggin' babies in this game, I swear. Okay, so, door code is 627. Boom. Alright. And more cheesy effects. You know what? Just because I don't trust this game's physics, we're gonna do a little hard save. Just in case. Because I know there are a lot of times where, I will be overly confident and think I'm gonna get over everything, and it just straight up kills me. So, I remember this part of the game. Doing another save. Because this part of the game has probably some of the nastiest spawns in the entire game. Because it is really claustrophobic, there's a lot of demons, and there are a lot of demons that I truly hate with a passion. So, we are just going to... Oh yeah. We are just going to arm ourselves with our handy-dandy plasma gun. I think he's behind the door here. Yeah. Yeah, keep giggling, yep. You get out of here with your junk. I have had enough of you today. I've already been made a fool quite... Wait, I think I know this. Yep. Dead. I have been made quite the fool by a lot of the demons today. Oh yeah. You can just die. You can die too. So, I've had enough of all your garbage. No says I. Okay. Grab all that. And then, yeah, I think I just get more rocket ammo, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. I don't think so. You know what? I've been saving up my rage all through this entire game. I've got a bone to pick with Sarge. Oh, good. You know what? I'll take that hit just to get a few more shots on the commando there, because he's the bigger threat. No offense to you, Imp, but I've handled the likes of you for quite a while. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, just keep sending out the demons I love. I think he's dead. Yeah, they're dead. Sweet. Okay, we're not going there. Still gotta traverse. We gotta ascend the levels here and go to even scarier ones. I believe. Yep. You can just stay dead. Now I think, if I'm not mistaken... Yep. And then, all kinds of scary. All kinds of scary. All kinds of scary. Still scary. Alright. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, good. Gives me a chance to change my trousers out here. Then I believe there's a little bit of ammo here. A little bit of health there. Anything? Yeah, I think there's a refill on armor there if I can get to it. Can you let me through? Thank you. There we go. Awesome. All right. So we'll go this way and not become spider food. Like this level sucks. Like this, I would say the second level wasn't, or the second level. The level that preceded this one wasn't great. This level is probably my least favorite level in the game because there is shit that literally comes out everywhere to come get you. Like, come on, leave me alone. That's what I'm talking about. They try to like flank you and put cheap enemies everywhere. It is just not a fun time. My goodness. Like, you gotta be on your toes and ready. No, you just straight up die. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. You just die. Yeah, any empathy you have for these little ankle biters here, throw it out the door, because they are horrible enemies. Like, the worst enemies. Speaking of really bad enemies, after I kill our really awesome friend here, there is another type of spawning, which is a absolute... I don't know what they were thinking moment when they were developing this. Well, I guess they didn't refine this, but enemies that pop up out of nowhere and, generally speaking, didn't exist to begin with. So, I'll show you what I mean. Huck grenade there, doesn't kill anything. Watch what happens. Yeah. Where was he? He just materialized out of nowhere. I hate that. It's just a way to really get a cheap hit on you, and at the end of the day, it does nothing other than spike my blood pressure to about 1,000,000. Alright. I believe there is a really scary guy that might be around here. Yep. Two of them, actually. Perfect. Well, dealt with them. They're gone. And then he's got a buddy, or they've got a buddy, who's waiting in the wings. And then you can just straight up die. I'm sorry. I have no patience for enemies right now. Least of all you. My goodness. And anything else? Yep. The good old leaping imps. Gotta love them. I remember this part kind of sucked. I get the feeling that there's spiders here. I just don't remember this right now. Take that. I'm gonna run as quick as possible up here. Yeah. I'm gonna deal with this guy first, because he's my main threat. So he's dead. Don't really have to worry about too much. Just gotta get rid of these spiders. See, spiders aren't that scary when they have no chance of hitting you. Basically like anything in this game. So, I'm going to make sure I get this, because I get the feeling that something bad this way comes. I believe I got it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we dealt with that issue. Get the health there, and then I am going to open up my PDA. And I forget... No, maybe not. Is it Tony Bates here? Nope. Yeah, there we go. Blocker combo. 4, 6, 8. Awesome. Get a refill on a bunch of stuff that we're gonna need. Especially getting back to the lower levels here, because, man, this level, it likes to throw everything at you. Yeah, especially those freaks there. Okay. Good there. Nothing? Perfect. Get out of here. Woo! Man. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's gonna be like an endless horde of these guys here. Plasma gun is just, you gotta keep using it, especially if you're not totally happy with the situation you're in. Just whip out the plasma gun. It solves everything. And then I think we go back down to here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And we descend even further. All right. I believe that's all we have to do. And again, just in case the game goes a little funny on me and decides, you know what? You've been a little too... Shut up. If you've been a little bit too confident in your gameplay here, we're just going to kill you by happenstance. Eh? Oh, yeah. Gonna go into here. Grab the stuff. Anything else? Nope, I've already been here before. Okay. Dead. Perfect. Right, we're gonna put this panel on here. We are all set to move on with the level. And then I believe go into here and then jump scare with the spiders. Didn't even let him hit the floor. I knew about that one. Alright. Let's oh, thought I would've got them both at once, but I guess not. Can't go through there. Alright, well, whatever. Okay. Go to the main CPU. Hopefully, we're getting the heck out of here. My goodness, this level... It's taxing. It's, the levels after this aren't too bad. It's just this one's very claustrophobic, and if there's a lot of enemies around you, it gets interesting. Especially when they spawn enemies in very cheap locations.
Find him. Gotta find him. My gun. He's got my gun.
I killed that pathetic bodyguard. And now I will kill you.
Okay then. Well, looks like the bureaucrat and his bodyguard have been handled officially now, so the only thing we have left to do is kind of fulfill their dying wishes and deal with Sarge. And he is in the next level, so I do intend to completely and utterly humiliate him. For the sheer fact that I hate Sarge. He is so annoying as a character, and as a boss, he is ridiculous looking. So I would love nothing more than to absolutely feed him his lunch. Alright. I believe this mission is a little bit of a meshwork of really cheap enemies and kind of, well, awkward corridor running. So let's just get this. Yeah, I do remember this part. Yeah, there are a lot of unhappy spawns here. Might have to go a little trier mode here. Oh, yeah, there's spiders. I forgot about those. Alright. Alright. Yeah, screw these goddamn spiders. I am sorry, but I had a good run on these guys here until the spires came out of nowhere. Okay, so let's see here. So handle that one. And then I believe we got spiders here, but then we gotta whip around and hurt that guy. Deal with those guys. And yeah, deal with him too. Probably could have picked a better weapon, but again, this mouse scroll wheel is a little bit... It needs to be worked in a little. Okay. Alright, so... Another scary moment here. Let's just see if I can absolutely finesse this, but if I don't, we will see. Alright. Yep, take care of you. Just use the rocket on you. Ah, yes. Okay, we're just gonna back it up just a tad. Alright. Alright. Thank goodness for the rocket launch in this game. Holy. Alright, so I believe that's all the enemies dealt with here. You can see how scary this game starts to get when they really start ramping up the enemy spawns here, because holy, that was something to behold there.
Warning, security bridge in motion.
Alright. Just one of them? Okay, good. Thought I heard another one, but... What just happened? I died? How'd I die? Well, I guess I get to play this again. I picked a choice and it killed me. I don't get that. That was weird. Alright, I guess I get a second chance at this. Well, it's kind of good to know where everything was at one point. That was weird. I've never seen that happen before. That's what I'm talking about. These old games, sometimes things happen to them, and a lot of unexplainable shit happens, so I'm just gonna quick save that, just because that was kind of weird. I'm going to try again, I guess?
Security bridge in motion.
Okay, then. Alright. Quick save. That was odd. Okay, then. You do you, game. Alright, so... Just want to get a quick shot there. He's gonna have a problem, which makes it easier for me, I guess. Alright. Red means bad. Where are you spawning at? Guess signifying the fact that there's spiders everywhere. Thanks for letting me know, game. You did me a solid. Alright, so we'll just keep moving on here, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yep, we got a happy input around the corner. Bye-bye! I don't like hiding imps. Well, we'll just wait for you, buddy boy. You come get us. Want so badly? Here I am. Alright, so we got a bit of a top-up for the oh-so-special plasma gun, and then we are on our way. Again, I'm just gonna quick save, because sometimes this game, it really tests me.
I can smell your fear.
Listen, pal, I'm more afraid of this game screwing up than you coming to kill me. That's the real demon in this game. It's the game itself. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm gonna go to the storage room and pick up some stuff as well, because I think we get a lot of goodies there, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Just whip this out just in case. Yep, figured as much. They always send, he's got a buddy too. Bye-bye. Alright. Die. Thank you. I'm gonna grab all these here. Is there anything up above? Nope. Alright. Sweet. Okay. Oh yeah, BFG cell. I think with Sarge you get the BFG back, if I'm not mistaken, because I do remember, I believe Campbell Swanson's, or Council Swan, not Swanson. Counselor Swan's bodyguard had a BFG and Sarge took it. So yeah, it's like, hey, we finally get all of our weapons back. So for the very first time, we are going to have a full top-up of all of our weapons, which will be pretty sweet. Oh, good. Just what I wanted. An arch file. You can just stay dead, please. Yeah, there we go. I can afford to use the plasma gun because we are literally sitting in like a cache of plasma ammo here. Alright, so I believe we've successfully raided the storage room, and we are now going to see our old buddy Sarge. And again, just in case.
Security clearance accepted.
Goody, goody gumdrops. We got them both. All right. So, we finally get to face the second to last boss of this game. Sarge is a little interesting. Fighting him isn't really that much of a challenge. It's more or less making sure that you don't fall off the platforms that will end up falling around the area, because I've done that a couple times, and you definitely kick yourself when you do that, because the Sarge enemy is, like, he's ridiculously stupid. And you will see as we enter the room.
Welcome to the mess hall.
Hey Sarge? Remember when you said you were gonna kill me? And that you could smell my fear? What are you smelling now, huh? What are you smelling now? Oh, BFG. Thanks, buddy. I'll just be taking this from you. So as you can see, Sarge... Sarge is ridiculous. So I have to imagine that when he killed Campbell and when he basically took a swift swing at Swan, he wasn't a tank, because it's kind of hard to, well, to get through like the really tight corridors of Doom when you have tank treads on. Sarge looks ridiculous. He literally looks like they stretch Play-Doh around an old army tank toy, or like a futuristic army tank toy. Like, this is stupid. Everybody that has played this level has mentioned how ridiculous Sarge looks. Like, an amalgamation of flesh and machine. Okay, I get it. You could have done a better job than that. You could have made him like a cool cyborg, and he could have been like jumping at you, and he could have almost been like a marauder from the newer games, but this is just ridiculous. I guess they went to try and be a little bit more body horror-esque, but this is... You're basically a Play-Doh man. I would say rest in peace, Sarge, but you've got a special spot in hell for you for a number of reasons. Okay. So we're going to move on here and just make sure that all of our ammo is topped up. And yeah, so yeah, we officially have every single weapon we could possibly have in the game in our possession, which is sweet. We are officially a walking armory. So we are going to officially end the level. Doing pretty good for time here. I'm definitely wiping out all these enemies as I go. I do believe got a super scary Hell Knight at the end of the way here. But I have the BFG. Die. Whoa! Didn't account for that other wraith coming out of nowhere. Holy. Okay, so let's just move through here. And I believe we get... You can die. It said you can die. You can die. Yep, thank you! Perfect. That worked out just the way I wanted it. And then I believe we got Hell Knight. You can just die. Thank you very kindly. Alright. And just grab some weapons and ammo here. Alright. Well, don't you make yourself a little more inconspicuous now. Oh. Whoa! You can just stay dead, please. You can die, too. Alright. I thought I could, like, wing the rocket just around the corner, but, I guess, the game's gonna give me a bit of a hard time for doing that. Alright. Fair enough. And then, oh, we haven't seen a maggot in a while. They're not very popular after this mission. They're generally like kept to like the earlier missions. They may show up in like the end of the game. I do think they're kind of around, at least as like one of the enemy spawns for the last boss. But other than that, they tend to be like the starting kind of game demons, and then they just peter out. They're not like the demons where it's like, you remember the ticks, the little spiders, they showed up for like a hot minute and they were literally gone. They're not like that, but I mean, like at the end of the game, they start throwing more commandos and Hell Knights at you, and they basically start reducing the spawns on a lot of the other enemies. Which, by the way, I think we got a scary enemy right here, if I'm not mistaken. You're dead. What? I missed? You can just eat that then. My goodness. Oh, yeah. I tried to get a headshot on him, but I guess he whipped around a little bit too much. You can just stay there, please. Thank you kindly. Huh. Okay, I like it when I get headshots and it doesn't kill the enemy. Just saying, Doom, or it, or whoever, you can make things a little bit easier on us newbies here. Instead of, like, having your shots literally, like, spray all over the place randomly. Like, my goodness. Alright. Let's... You're supposed to be... Where'd you go? Oh. Why don't you just come over here? Yeah, just, you know what? Thank you. There we go. A little justice for the shotgun here. Alright. And then... Oh, yeah, we get happy times here. Thank you for getting out of the way. Are you still alive? No, you're dead. Thank God. I don't like spooky, scary skeletons. They're more on the spooky side, unfortunately. Yep. Why don't you just come over here real quick? Just, How did that hit? I swear to goodness. My goodness, Doom. It definitely feels like, and I have to say this, I'm not trying to make fun of the people that made fun of this game, because this game was a testament onto itself when it was made. They definitely mailed it in with the coding at, like, the end of the game. Like, they rushed it to a point where it's, like, random things glitch out here and there, or spawns are very lazy, where, like, the enemies didn't exist to begin with. Or on the other off chance is random things will hit you and you can't explain how it did it. But, I mean, I guess that's my little rant for Doom, but yeah, you start to notice it as the game goes on, progressively. Alright, I don't remember what's here. All I remember is there might be, ah yes, spooky stuff. Very spooky stuff? We will see! I think there's actually a Hell Knight that's supposed to appear here. Yep. You can just stay dead. I'm not even gonna deal with your garbage. You can just die.
Are you sure you killed them? What? You have the soul cube, just like in the carvings I've been researching. If I'm correct, that cube is our only chance to stop this. No time to explain now. You need to get to the caverns quickly. Take my PD. It's right there on the desk. It's got security codes for the area, and my research logs on it. It'll help. I can't go with you. I need to finish my work here. Good luck.
Thanks, my dude. Alright. So, you're on our way out of here. Before that, gotta kill some good old demons here. Is that it? Nope. I figured as much. You know what? You get a nade. You don't even get the benefit. Yeah, you really don't get the benefit of getting a weapon shot at you. My goodness, that's hilarious. I love when funny things like that happen. Oh, that's funny. Alright. So I think it's going to allow us to go through here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yeah. Keep screaming. You can just stay dead. Alrighty. Thank you. You stay dead too. Oh yeah, the interior decorating just gets even better as time goes on. Oh, my goodness. Where are my manners? Here, you can eat all the plasma. I'm sorry I wasted on that empty room there. Yeah, we get floating floating head. There we go. Needs a little bit of bullying. And then, yep. Always, always, always. You never fail to disappoint with the leaping imps. And then I think there's actually one over there. One over there. There you go. Thank you for dying. Alright. Perfect. Got a nice top up there. Now we gotta enable, I believe it's the tram vehicle, or the tram train car,
Cavern's entrance.
to allow us to go to the caverns.
Freight loader returning to station.
Freight loader, thank you. Why I call it a tram? I guess it's kind of similar. Not really. Okay, I guess, again, just in case things go a little funny, you gotta just keep saving because I don't trust this game as far as I can throw it. I really don't want to throw it because it's kind of a digital copy, so I'd literally be throwing my computer. You just eat that, thank you. You just eat that, thank you. And then just carefully, ever so carefully, land on that. Go through here, I think? Yep. Perfect. And then we are almost about to bid this game adieu. Just gonna make sure I have everything I need here. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of this scary level. Huh? Seal hatch before procedure. Game, don't do this to me. Thank you. I almost pooped myself. I thought that... I'm not sure if I mentioned this beforehand. I'm pretty sure I did. There was a level in Doom Resurrection of Evil where it had the last boss. I defeated the boss, but in order to leave said level, I had to hit a button on a transfer elevator, and when I kept hitting the button, it didn't do anything. All I'd get is this. So, ever since then, I've become very paranoid of games like this, especially when they are very ancient games, and even if you're transferring a lot of like the data over to remaster this game like they did with Doom BFG edition, you're still getting the corrupted code that sometimes pops up and even creates a couple more interesting things that happens. But nevertheless, yeah, that experience really, really spooked me with games like this, especially if you wanted to stream them. So that's why you'll see me hard save quite a few times, especially at certain points of the game. But now we will transfer to the caverns where interesting things and fun times are going to be had. When I mean fun times, I mean it starts to ramp up in difficulty a little bit, but it's not going to be like that one level where it's like the really claustrophobic level, which was throwing me for a loop. I'm just going to run up here because we get a crap ton of spiders. I'd rather deal with the imp first, because he's not too scary, but the spiders, might be a little scary. See, I like this. Casually killing spiders, even the demonic kind. It's almost cathartic in a way. Alright, I think that's all done and over with now. I swear, if there was like one more and it popped up and scared the poop out of me, that would have made that whole experience a living nightmare. Okay, so let's just see. We'll just say hi to you. You got a ways to go. Wow, you're quick. You're dead. Refill on our ammo there. Okay then. Be nice if you died. Guess not. It's too much to ask for. Alright. Yeah. Just randomly spawns in, huh? Very cute game. I'm not impressed. Oh, lordy. Alright. Oh. Well, thanks for the BFG cell, bud. Sorry for your luck, but, let's see if that gets them. Yep, perfect. Alright. Works for me. Alright. There are points in this game where I really do miss the double-barreled shotgun in Resurrection of Evil. Like, that thing literally mulches at least 3/4 of the demons that are in this game. And then I believe we have a slightly scary moment. Let's see here. Get you right in the crotch there. You know what? I'm tired of using bullets. I'm using the most OP weapon in the game. Alright. So we'll just move on from here. Huh? Oh. I figured there was something cheap coming this way. Yep. Well, that's just fun and dandy. Fine and dandy, I guess, but fun and dandy also works. Oh, the grenades. Grenades are definitely the most fun to use in this game. And they are the most effective in a lot of occasions, so definitely best to load up on as much as you possibly can and just whip them. If you've got like 30 of them and there's one demon in front of you that's kind of scary, just unload. Alright. So let's do this. Let's unlock the cargo. Now, I'm going to do something. As much as it would be fun to kind of face like all the spiders down at that level there, I'm going to do something a little cheap and kind of circumvent that. So you know how we came in through this area here? I'm actually going to go back through this way because it does my heart some good knowing that I don't have to deal with those spiders anymore. So I'd rather just take my chances down here with the forces of hell. Because I know for a fact that if I do this, yeah, it spawns all the spiders. And then I can just easily kite them out here. Because going down that elevator, you kind of get surrounded by all of them. And I will tell you this for a fact, even if you're not afraid of spiders, it's not a fun time. No one ever has a fun time with spiders. Don't believe those insect researchers that enjoy looking at spiders. They're just lying to you. Don't listen to them. They're acting crazy. Huh? Okay. Cool. Alright, well, I'm just going to take that ammo. Maybe not. Just going to mosey on out of here and just head towards the conveyor belts here, because I think there is actually something down here for us. There is. Get some extra Gatling gun ammo, a little bit of armor down there, and then I believe there's going to be a scary part that appears sometime soon, as soon as I hit
Service
this.
desk called to station.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to let him go for a bit, because that's a little bit more pressing over there. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Took a little bit of damage there, but I mean, we got some health over here. We're fine. We're fine. Alright. Make a little quick save there. Alrighty. Heading down to the lower caverns. This is kind of another spot in this game where when you're descending from a really, really tall up position and you're going down a cavern or like a almost like a like a cascading demonic filled entrance to a cave, it definitely puts into perspective how big this whole level is. Especially when you consider the fact that, oh, I don't know, you're going deep into Mars's crust. That being said, it sounds like Betruger has something waiting for us, and there it is. So, I saw some other YouTubers do this. I'm actually going to take advantage of some really bad AI, and the fact that if you just hide over here, and you keep taking pot shots at this guy, eventually he's going to die. So, yeah, I guess it's a cheap tactic, but, I mean, hey, whatever works. There we go. Sweet. Good old BFG. Where are you hiding, bud? There you are. Dead. Alright. Moving on. Go up here. I believe there is a spooky wraith who doesn't like to die when I shoot barrels next to him. That's okay, I guess. Move back. Take care of you. Alright. Starting to get the hang of this new mouse, so I guess, yeah, with anything that's new, you just have to break it in a little bit and get used to the muscle memory when you're using it. It's really good at taking out spiders. Alright. Ah, yes. Oh, I was gonna say, I was just like, what? He's looking at the script prompter. He's like, go. So, oh, sorry. Turns around and starts shooting at me. Oh, lordy. Sometimes the AI in this game can be kind of dumb. As much as I'd like to say, like, the AI is intelligent in some respects, I don't know about that. I think the commandos might be a bit of a worrying factor here, but I mean, like, these things here, the only thing they got on these, they got cheap positioning and, well, they got the benefit of surprise. Oh, excuse me. So, this is yet another part of the game that I absolutely hate with a passion. So this is like the one really scaring platform situation where you definitely have to watch out where you step, because if you don't, you are more than likely going to eat crow. So, you see that? There are 4 platforms that pop up like that, and they pop out in 2s. You basically have to go all the way down via that way and watch the pattern, or else you go sailing right to the floor and end up in a bloody mess. So, let's just see if I can do this real quick. There we go. It's like I know what I'm doing. Whew! That's actually the very first time I was able to do that without damaging myself. So, quick save, because I'm totally awesome and not scared shitless from that. Okay. Extend the ladder so we don't have to go through that mess ever again. Grab all kinds of stuff.
Who are you? What are you doing here? You're gonna attract attention and then they'll come. Get out of here now. Take that key card. It'll help you get to the surface.
Thanks, bud. Alright. So, I think there's some other goodies here. Yes, there are. Sweet. Alright, we're gonna take those and we're getting out of here. And then I believe we gotta go this way. Perfect. Alright. Making our way. I thought something came out of that way. I thought it was like another Kaku demon. I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, whatever. The less demons, the better. There's another Wraith, though. Not a fan of those guys. Good thing they suck. And then spiders. You can die. You can die. You can die. Anything behind us? No. Normally that happens. They like to throw whatever they possibly can because they like to create hell on Earth, I guess, or hell on Mars. Die, please. Now, you may have seen a BFG cell that was a little bit behind us. There's a little secret passageway here that opens up when you get close, and you can collect said BFG cell. See? You can kind of see where we were beforehand. Well, now I got that BFG cell. We could use it against whatever crazy, unhappy demons want to come and steal our BFG. Tell them, no, this is my BFG. Yeah, you can go away. Sorry. What did I tell you? This is my BFG. And then... Oh, I thought there was a crouching imp there. I guess not. Oh yeah, I remember this part. So, I'm not going to go that way. That way has a lot of platforming where if you step on the wrong panel, you basically fall to your death. I don't want to do that. I just want to go ahead and move, you know, on with the level and just kill whatever's going to be around the corner here. I think I'm just going to move back a bit and just let them come to me. Whoa! Wow, you thread the needle on that one. There we go. Whatever makes the scary demons less scary, I'm all for. Also, speaking of scary, more jumping imps. Awesome. Am I right? So, you might be hearing the chaos that's happening around the corner here. That is 2 chain gun commandos that are literally right there in an implanted position waiting for you to turn around the corner. If that isn't the cheapest thing in the entire game, I don't know what is, aside from, like, the leaping imps and, I guess, like, really bad spawn mechanics, either spawning them behind you or just, like, in front of you, like, out of nowhere. Like, come on, game. Like, that's ridiculous. Screw you. Screw you again because somehow you hit me again. Oh yeah, another one of these guys. I'm gonna see if I can just headshot them. Yep, perfect. Just gonna move over here, just because it might be a little scary. Oh, please fight each other. Oh, they're not gonna. Darn. I thought I was gonna have a situation where I finally saw some demons fighting each other for once. It does happen, it's just very rare. It definitely happens a lot more in, I think it's more like the very future, like 2016 Doom Eternal games where demons will actually actively fight each other if they hit each other. That mechanic's actually kind of cool, because it's like, oh, it's almost like you see a fight between 2 friends. It's like, what are you doing here, pal? Well, I don't know, I was trying to hit somebody. Well, hit this, and then they just absolutely lay into each other. They won't do a whole lot of damage, obviously, because again, like, it's Doom, and they'll make it so, like, it's harder for them to actually die, but... I mean, like, in a lot of respects, it's just kind of cool as, like, a... kind of like a symbolic thing, like, the forces of hell are not always aligned with one another. They're out for their own interests, so I almost died there. And kind of hoping that there was going to be an imp here, because I missed the jump and I was hoping to land on the rails here, and it didn't happen, but I mean, whatever. I think there's one actually around the corner here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Are you serious? I am literally right in front of you. I guess I'm supposed to run into, like, the middle here, but, like, come on, dude. I've never seen that before, like, ever. Normally, like, he would come and, like, hit me, and I was just kind of like, oh, maybe I went a little too far. Nope. He literally just looked at me. I guess his brain was buffering, or I guess lack thereof. Holy moly. Okay, so this is a pretty significant part here for killing demons, so I'm probably going to have to do another one of these, run as fast as I possibly can around the corner here, and just let them come to me kind of moment. Does this actually open? It does. I'm kind of wondering how far I can go with this. You know, and I'm going to stand here and watch, because there's always a commando that comes behind here and, like, absolutely wrecks you if you don't see him. I'm going to see where his spawn is, actually. There it is. Okay. I was kind of wondering where he was. I mean, like, realistically speaking, I kind of knew he spawned somewhere around there, but I didn't think he spawned, like, really, like, within the confines of that doorway there. I always thought he, like, ran through the doorway. You know what? How much BFG ammo do I have? Ah, we'll take him out with this. There's a Hell Knight that comes up this elevator here, so I was thinking I could probably use the Soul Cube, but it's probably just better off to use the BFG, in all honesty. You don't use the BFG enough in this game. And you are dead, good sir. So apart from the rough start that I had at the beginning of the game, or at the beginning of the game, the beginning of this stream, I'd say it's starting to get a little better as time goes on. I'm starting to pick up on certain things. It's just, again, I'm getting used to new technology, and it's been a while since I've actually played some of these levels, but it's... Oh, okay, game. Game! No! Oh, I guess it gives me more time to talk. It's giving me a chance to kind of reacquaint myself with everything. And again, I do like this game, but as you have heard multiple times beforehand, there are a lot of glaring issues with this game. Many things that you can control, and there are many things that you just get absolutely bushwhacked by. Okay, let's get out of here quick, because the elevator is tired of my monologuing. Alright, let's just move over here. Okay. That was weird. Could have sworn the grenade hit him, but I guess this just took it a little while. It's one of those smart grenades. It takes its time to think about stuff. Alright. Grab that. Reload my BFG just in case. Hi. Thank you for dying. Eventually. And then we're just gonna huck a nade in there. Oh, I guess he spawns there. Sometimes I wonder whether he actually spawns there or not, but I guess on rare occasions they actually do own up to the fact that their spawns are kind of cheap in this game. Alright, I believe... yep, there is a feller here that wants to kill us with a chain gun. The good thing is that at a longer distance, just like your chain gun is a little bit more inaccurate at distance, his is as well. Whoa! Okay. Well, you know what? Just mitigate that with a little bit of armor and just see if we can find health later. Alrighty. Okay. Game, please. Please, I'm begging you. Alright, well, at least we get a little bit of a top up here for BFG stuff. We get a little bit of health, some rockets, whatever you want. Alright. So I know for a fact that this next level starts off pretty darn scary, so we're definitely going to be employing this right away. Let me just make sure I can switch to my 2 overpowered weapons as fast as possible, because it's going to be a little fun in just a sec. There we go. What are you laughing at? I literally just wrecked your best demons that you have in this game. Freaking laughing at me. The knife of this guy. Alright. I think I'm actually near the end of the game now, so I might as well just finish this off while I'm on here. I mean, might as well. Alright. How many spooky things happen when I do this? Pretty spooky things. I believe there's another one up here. And then I believe if I get near this, yep. Even more spooky things. Ow. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Alrighty. Oh, might want to turn the light on because I know for a fact there are spiders in here. Yep. Screw off. Yep, and your brethren are coming this way, so I'm just going to sit up here and let you come to me. Because I'm not coming to you. Is that all ya? I guess so. Alright, moving on. What pops up over here? Ah, more wraiths. Excellent. At least with this level, it's a little more wide open, so I can kind of run around and do things. The other levels that we were playing were kind of mean and nasty. There we go. Pick that up. Pick that up. Alright. Oh, you have to turn on the power over here, I believe. And I believe we also get some spooky enemies that come through here. Yep. Always with these gosh darn spires. I guess it kind of makes sense because it's a cavern and, well, an old temple, I guess. But, yeah. Enough of the gosh dang spiders, please. Huh? Why you doing... Don't you like grenades? I got them just for you. Turn on the power. Now, supposing that another enemy doesn't spawn right behind me, and I'm going to make this very quick, we are going to run into an old boss of ours. And by old boss, I mean the very first boss of the game, the Valkyrie, times 2. So, remember how I said, I think we were facing the Guardian of Hell, that it's technically the scariest boss in the entire game, if you consider the fact that it can throw a lot of stuff at you, like the spiky eggs that it has in its nest? Well, I did say that it gets less scarier if you have the BFG. So I guess from this standpoint, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Yeah, I guess the Valkyrie doesn't really stand a chance against the BFG. Did I kill both of them at one shot? Oh my. Well, I mean, I guess. Sure. Kind of wasted a BFG shot there, but I think we get some more BFG stuff over there, actually. Well, yeah, I guess. So again, the bosses in this game are a bit of a letdown. None of them are really that scary, even on the higher levels. I would say for the sheer fact that the setting and the lack of weapons that you have at the beginning of the game when you face the Valkyrie to begin with makes her that much more scary. But when you're at the end of the game, you literally have like every gun in the game and you have lots of ammo for it, especially with the BFG. I mean, like come on, like I took 2 shots, one of them I didn't even have to take. I still have like enough rounds to take out almost everything in this game. Like this is ridiculous in BFG. Like, you are overpowered to the max. And now, speaking of overpowered, turn on some power. And we're going to grab even more ammo. Oh, man. Yeah, I can kind of see why this game has been known to be a little bit less scary when you're heading towards the BFG side of things, because, yeah, this is literally a cakewalk on a lot of occasions.
So you've made it this far.
All right. So, we hear really growly demonic talking, so that can only mean that we're about to head to the final boss of the game. So, I'd say for the most part, there is a little bit of build-up to the final boss. I wouldn't say it's going to be a scary part of the game, but I mean, it definitely is a cool part of the game, since you're kind of heading towards a hell level, although it's still on Mars, technically speaking, which is interesting, which leads me to believe that hell is trying to integrate itself into our reality, at least slowly. There we go. So there's the hell portion of this level. So, this is going to be the final level of the game, and it will more or less end the playthrough of this game. I might have a bit of a talking session afterwards. Oh, lovely. Where we just kind of go over and, I guess, debrief ourselves after this hellscape that we have been traversing for a couple of playthroughs now. But, yeah, I just want to a little chit-chat about what we just experienced together with Doom 3. Now, when you go to the right, you basically reach the end of the game and the final boss fight. But if you go to the left, there is a secret here. We just have to go under here and traverse over here, and we get the id Software PDA. So, jokingly, this basically gives you max access to every level of the game. But, I mean, it really doesn't mean anything for the sheer fact that you kind of beat the game anyway, so there's really no point in having this. But it's basically like a thank you note to everybody that's played this game and has been supporting, I guess, id Software for the better part of this development. And you just see a lot of, like, things from the developers that people put in here. A lot of cheeky moments, maybe some things that, you know, are kind of nice moments where their family members get a little bit of a shout out. This is kind of like the old version of a shout out, or shout out. There we go. All right. That being said, since we finally have the final PDA of the game, it's time to fight the final boss, Hell's Champion, if you must. We come to the lair of the Cyber Demon. So, the Cyber Demon is, I'd say for the most part, the only reason why it might be a scary boss for whatever reason is if you get hit by the Rocket Barrage. Like, it definitely gets scary in that respect, but, I mean, overall, your whole MO is to basically charge up the Soul Cube and then fire it. I just want to make sure I don't fire it at that maggot there. Kind of a waste of a shot. All right. Alrighty. Making some good headway here. I think he's really only got a couple shots left in him. So realistically speaking, the maggots and the imps are really only here just to recharge your their soul cube. That is only that is their lot in life. They were born to die. Gonna fire that at you, bud. That there is the end of the game.
Recon Zulu, this is Echo 1. Give me a visual status.
Echo 1, this is Recon Zulu. We've got massive damage all over the base. This place looks like hell. I've got life signs on the bioscanner. Eyes sharp. Echo 1, we've got a survivor, a Marine. Corporal, you hear me? You alright? Can you hear me? Echo 1, this is Recon Zulu. Prepare for medevac.
Copy that. Have you located Counselor Swan?
Yes, sir. He's dead.
Roger, Recon 1. What about Dr. Betruger?
He's nowhere to be found, sir.
All right. Well, that there's the end of the game. I'd hazard a guess and say that this game, it had its good times, it had its bad times. Ultimately speaking, I would say for the most part, it wasn't a bad game per se. So, for the most part, I can't really say that this would be my favorite Doom game to play in the whole wide world, but it definitely has a spot as one of the better ones. If we're talking about like ranking Doom as like the Doom games that were coming after the older Doom games. When it comes to the expansions like Lost Mission and Resurrection of Evil, it's definitely better than that. I would definitely rank it probably third place compared to Doom 2016, which takes top spot for me, and Doom Eternal, which would probably take second for me. So, it's definitely the best Doom 3 edition that's ever come out when we're comparing it to everything else. I guess the one unfortunate part is that with this series, now that there have been a lot of like Doom 3 diehards that have come out and said like they really enjoyed this game, is that there's no real continuation after this. It's more or less like its own pocket universe. I guess in some sense, when we're looking at Doom Eternal, it opens up the idea that every Doom game had a connection in the multiverse. So I guess in some sense, you can kind of retroactively make this into a sort of canon game, but it's kind of hard to stretch that out. So I believe the song might be done. So I guess we can start talking about different things that take place in this game. So there are a number of things that I'd like to talk about with regards to this game and how it kind of doesn't really make a whole lot of sense in the end. So let's talk about like just from a canonical standpoint. Let's just say like what happens at the end of the game. So this is what kind of irked me. So you have the Doom Marine. He was the only guy that survived out of all that stuff that happened on the base. And he definitely could tell the US, like obviously they're going to debrief him. Like they're going to take him to UAC headquarters or a military base and they're going to debrief him like on everything that he saw. What possesses the UAC in Resurrection of Evil to go back to Mars to literally do the exact same thing over again, knowing full well that that quote-unquote critical meltdown that cost the lives of the entire population of the UAC, minus maybe a few people, like, where do they get off saying, like, yeah, hell broke loose on there. Let's just go back there and see what we can do a second time around. Mind you, the person that undertakes this is the whistleblower, Elizabeth McNeil. And she knows full well that basically whatever Betruger was doing was essentially dealing with some pretty evil stuff. And I have to imagine that in a lot of respects, the UAC must know that if they're dabbling in hell stuff, it's going to happen again. So again, with the Doom Marine, they bring him in, they debrief him, and they say, okay, what'd you see, son? He must have like grunted in a way that must have conveyed the message that he saw literally the forces of hell in hell attacking him, and he made his way out. How does that not translate to the whole? Maybe you should probably never do that again. Because at the same rate, you had the Soul Cube, which was like, I think it's like the collective energies or souls of like the Martians that used to live, like in ancient civilizations of Martians that lived on the surface and battled the forces of hell. So you literally sealed up hell, and the Soul Cube accomplished its mission, only to reopen hell again in Resurrection of Evil. So, from that standpoint, I just don't get how the next game really makes any sense. Because essentially, Resurrection of Evil, should be renamed, oops, guess we didn't learn the first time. Guess we gotta go over this all over again. Or another acceptable title for Resurrection of Evil is Doom 3, here we go again. I just don't get it. So I guess in a lot of respects, that's just how I felt about the game. I mean, like, obviously, the Doom Marine there must have been promoted or signed an NDA and maybe was he was shipped off to another part of the cosmos, so he never had to deal with that ever again. But I mean, like, he's got to be going through some pretty tough stuff. Like, he literally went through hell, and now they're saying, well, I guess we're just going to do this again. I mean, alternatively, they could have just easily just killed him, and maybe that's probably why he wasn't able to convey anything, is because, I mean, dead men don't speak. So, I don't know. But again, I enjoyed playing this. It was a fun run-through. Obviously, with this playthrough, it may have been a little bit more difficult to remember certain things because you saw what happened. There'd be times where I confidently was killing demons only for another demon, which I totally gapped on being there, came out of nowhere and would take a swipe at my booty. So I guess it is what it is. I mean, if you don't play a game for that long and you're still trying to get used to stuff that literally happens at the start of the game and is the whole game on easy mode, it's a little difficult to kind of set yourself up for anything when it gets a little bit more challenging. But nevertheless, we made it through. We were fine. The only reason we actually died in that game was due to a glitch because I clicked a button and then it insta-killed me for whatever reason on that bridge. But, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Nevertheless, it was a fun playthrough. I enjoyed it. Now, going forward, there are 2 other Doom games that I could play. I do intend to hit those games eventually. I'm just not going to do it for a little while because I do need a bit of a break from Doom. I mean, if you play all the Doom games one after the other, it starts to wear on you a little bit, especially when half the time you're trying to remember what demon spawns are around the area and you are pooping your pants every single time they pop out. I do need a chance to at least watch those, soiled pairs of boxers that I have. So maybe give me a bit of a break so I can do some laundry. But I do intend to return to the Doom franchise and finish off Resurrection of Evil and Lost Mission because I know those ones aren't as popular, especially comparing it to the original Doom 3. So I do intend to come back to them. I just want to play different games for the time being. But yeah, aside from that, it's kind of interesting to test out my newer equipment. I didn't use my headset that I got for Christmas because it seemed like the feedback was a little bit too fierce. And again, there are a lot of things happening in my area of the house because, again, it's not too far away from said laundry room. So there might be a bit of feedback there. But aside from that, using my gaming keyboard, it still needs to be broken in because the keys are a little stiff. And the gaming mouse, it seems to be something that needs to be calibrated a little bit more. But it was great nevertheless. I thoroughly enjoyed implementing at least most of the stuff I got for Christmas in this playthrough. So yeah, no, that's a nice positive silver lining for this playthrough. But yeah. So for tonight, I'm not promising that I'll be back on, but there is a chance that I might be back on to play something. It's not going to be Doom related. It could very well be Fortnite or GTA related, but it might be something kind of around, I'd say close to around 9-10 p.m. if I do make an appearance. There is a hockey game on that I do intend to watch the next, 40 minutes. So I definitely want to give that a bit of a watch, and then I'll decide what I want to do from there. But for the time being, to those of you who watch the stream, and to those of you who have watched the whole Doom 3 playthrough in general, I want to thank you very much for joining me on this experience. It's been a very long time since I actually got a chance to play Doom 3, and at the very most, it's the very first time I got to play a Doom playthrough for people in general. But what makes it extra special is there are a lot more followers that are watching me play a Doom game than playing the more popular games like Fortnite and GTA. So that's definitely saying something if a nearly 20-year-old game managed to get a following that was at least decent enough. So I do want to thank you for that. And again, I want to say this. I'm not forcing you to do anything, but I would really appreciate it if you give me a follow. And if you have any suggestions for the future, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have to throw my way. So for the time being, I'm going to head off for now, but I hope you all have a good evening if I don't see you again.